Rubber Ducky here. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Axis campaign in iBomber Defense. If you're new to the channel, then take a moment and click the subscribe button. Check out the previous battles in the iBomber Defense Axis campaign playlist. Western Russia, 30 waves, all ground. Redbeard, the enemy will fight long and hard here using the fierce weather to their advantage. Don't let them get the upper hand. We have unlocked the X weapon, and we are going to start with machine guns. So right here at this little choke point, we're going to start our first one. We're just going to go level 3 right away. Now we don't have as much good terrain around this to build up, so we do have to rely on the high ground eventually in order to get enough firepower to hit everything in the short distance between where they come together and where they get to the HQ. For these first few waves, no big deal. We'll be able to handle the infantry and the light vehicles, no problem. There we go. Alright, we'll put another machine gun back here. This gets us a little bit of layered defense against the quick vehicles. Since we have such weak stuff right now, they can get by the machine guns, fairly easily. Okay, double infantry, that's going to be no problem. More double infantry. Alright, get a cannon here. Alright, we're going to want some defense in depth. Try and get as many shots on these vehicles as we can. These fast ones aren't so bad. The machine guns handle them pretty well. But some of these heavier ones, we're going to want to be able to hit a few times, and we don't have a lot of distance to do that in. Okay, there's a level 2. Now with the X weapon, it's kind of similar to the comms turret in that you almost need to build clusters to most effectively use it. The X weapon gains power the more friendly turrets are in its radius. So we kind of want to build all these things as close together as possible. We're not ready for an X weapon by any means, but that's something to keep in mind when placing your early turrets. Some armor. 3 cannons will handle that. So they do a good job mixing up the fast light vehicles with the heavy slow ones. So it's very easy to take away your machine guns and everything squeezes by, or you don't build enough cannons and then those tanks show up. Keep these in decent repair. We'll get that level 3 up, and I think even right here we could do a level 3. Try and get that upgrade in before it takes more damage. Alright. Just keep going with these defenses of the cannons. See, we got that big wave of light vehicles. Now this map, because it's so early, is totally unnecessary to actually build an X weapon. It's not really expected that you would necessarily have it at this point. So you can try and put one in there instead of all these cannons. We could have built a little differently, but they don't come with so much stuff that you have to have it here. There are definitely battles later on where you would need that. biggest threat in this battle is really that it does alternate back and forth between lightly armored and fast, and heavily armored and having enough firepower in the cannons to deal with them. Obviously, with all of our 4 level 3 cannons, we're good to go. So we have a mission complete, perfect round, and a score of 178,364. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 victory point into the X weapon, and then we're going to put 1 more into the AA. Now, these introductory missions aren't too hard at all, so when we come back, we're going to have a counterattack to do before moving on. Be sure to stick around by clicking the subscribe button, and help support the channel by leaving a like and a comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.